Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Pamela, and on today's video I am going to be showing you all my plant of the month. This is going to be my plant of July, my favorite plant of July. It is my Pachira Aquatica, my money tree. So if you're interested in hearing all about the plant care for this particular plant that I've given it, also just the backstory and any other information that I have that I can share with you all, then keep on watching. So welcome back. I'm trying to zoom in as much as I can so you can see as much of my plant as you possibly can. This is, in my opinion, a pretty large plant. Before I get started into the video, I want to share with you all something I purchased today on my lunch break. I was just wandering around my work, and I stumbled upon a crystal shop, so I went inside, and these are the beauties that I picked up. So let's show you all. I picked up this solidite. I picked up a carnelian to cleanse. I picked up a fire opal. I picked up an onyx, and I also picked up this citrine. When I went inside of the shop, I spoke to the owners, Tansy and Eric, and basically they're like, all right. I went in and I told them, hey, I'm looking for some stones for this particular reason. And they told me, okay, pick out stones that just speak to you. Just pick out stones that speak to you. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna pick this. And they're like, okay, anything else? So I picked this one first, my soul, I might be pronouncing it incorrectly, solarite. And then I gravitated honestly towards the fire opal. And then she told me pick a an onyx stone. So I picked this one. I sifted through what they had and I picked this one. And then she told me to pick a citrine. So I picked this citrine. I'm still not too sure what I'm supposed to be looking in stones, but then she explained to me, just pick what speaks to you, feel them, use your left hand, number one, to pick the stones and feel and see what you gravitate towards. And those were the ones I gravitated towards. And then I was speaking to her husband Eric, and I asked about cleansing stones because I know it's very important to cleanse your stones. So he told me, well, carnelian is very good for cleansing. So he brought me over to the stones, and I went and I picked up the carnelian. But he told me, so I was looking through them and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, these are cute, whatever. Then he was just like, close your eyes and feel. I want you to feel the energy to pick what you want to pick, make your decision. So I picked the stone with my eyes closed, and honestly I think it's my favorite. Look how beautiful this is. So this is used to cleanse the rest, and I set my intentions on these, and I'm taking them to my job with me, and I'm going to keep them with me, and I'm really excited to have them. So this is my stone story and my crystal story, not stones. So I feel very happy to have these, and next full moon in September I am going to definitely charge these babies. So yay. So let's go on to the Pachira Aquatica, what you are all here for, my money tree. I don't remember the exact year that I purchased this plant, but I would say roughly between 2013 and 2015 is when I purchased this plant. Again, I don't remember exactly what year. I actually purchased this from the Dollar Tree.
Meow.
And I believe it was maybe like $1 or $2 at the time. And it was a much smaller plant. I believe it stopped maybe about right here from the time of having it, and maybe even a little bit low. Yeah, I think about right here from the time of having it. So it's grown I would say a great amount since having this plant, and it's a great plant. I feel like everyone knows about the money tree. If you talk, no matter like what race, everyone knows money tree, money tree, money tree. And this is a very, in my opinion, from what I've heard, a very good plant to have for vibes, to bring money, to just have in your home. So care wise for this plant, I water it in the summertime once a week. It lives on my east facing window, northeast to be more compassly correct, right? So northeast, and it gets whatever sunlight it gets, whether it's cloudy, whether it's 100-something degrees, whether it's snowing, this plant gets that light. And it also, in the winter time, it does get some cold breeze from the window. I try my best to not expose it to too cold of temperatures, but this plant in my home, it does get freezing cold, like winds on it a lot of the times. It probably just get a little bit of snow through the mesh, but this plant does endure a lot. It also lives on my windowsill, right above of my radiator. So in the winter time, it also gets those very dry airs, and it does kind of weather and wear a little bit during those seasons, but the plant doesn't complain. I don't really lose much. Maybe I lose probably one or like between a good amount, you know, of these throughout the year, but obviously not to the amount of like my plant balding. Thank you so much, Money Tree, for all the good vibes that you've been bringing to my home. So fertilization wise, I do a combination of worm casting, which is in the premix in the soil. I also sometimes randomly will use my aquarium water if I remember to save it when I'm cleaning out my aquarium. And I also, other times, I water with fish emulsion. So those are the three fertilizers that I currently am using. In the past, I have used fertilizer sticks. I've used the Joby's, and I believe the other one is like the Nature's Miracle or Nature's Promise, or one of those, Miracle Grow, one of those I use. I will have every product that I'm speaking about linked down below. And I also have an Amazon store if you're interested in shopping any of my favorites, whether they're plant related, hair related, it doesn't matter. I try to just add random things on my Amazon store, but the products I mentioned directly will be linked individually down below. And every single time I water, I use Super Thrive in my water. I use Super Thrive every single time I water, and I use that on all my plants. And my plants, in my opinion, are pretty, you know, they're pretty happy. They're not crying a river. So that's pretty much it. I try my best to mist this plant daily, but I have been slacking like all of July. I have pretty much missed my plants 0 times, and that was the hottest month so far of the year. But I've gotten my shit together, and I've been missing this plant daily since August have started. So pest wise, luckily I have not had to deal with pests. This plant was around a lot of mealybugs in a particular window that a plant brought mealybugs into my home and infested maybe like over a dozen plants in that window, and all gone. But this plant managed to not get a single mealybug on it, even though it was so large and touching the other plants. So pest wise, this is good. The only things you might have to worry about is fly gnats, but fly gnats, I don't struggle with those anymore. I've seemed to decrease to eradicate them from my home, so I don't worry about that. So this is a very easygoing plant. Like I mentioned, I water once a week. It gets eastern sunlight. It gets a variety of temperatures throughout the year, and I fertilize every day. I fertilize all seasons. And there's something I want to show you all that I noticed while filming this video. I've had this plant for over 5 years now, definitely, for sure. And it originally started with 5 branches, like 5 stems, 5 individual plants. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 of them. When I came home with it, it was a really sick plant. I got it from the dollar store for a couple of dollars, and those 2 died like really quickly, but I wasn't pressed, I wasn't tripping. And what I noticed today is, if this will focus, I have 2 new, one right here, 2 new branches popping out of the center plant. So I am very excited. You see it again right here, and you see right here and right here. So I did not expect this plant to actually do this, and I never really thought that this plant would be able to do this. So I'm really stoked and freaking excited for this to happen. So yes, my plant of the month is my Pachira Aquatica, for many reasons, because of these large, humongous saurus like leaves that are growing indoors. These are indoor leaves, these are not outdoor leaves, and they're so large. So I'm really proud. And easy plant, easy plant. Look, you can give this a little shake, you know, threaten it a little, like, oh, why you pull a Homer Simpson, you know, on your plant, like, ah. So I'm not condoning violence, okay? We don't condone that, but you know, give your plant a shake, and it'll help like tighten the roots up a bit, send thicker roots, and just tree itself a bit more. So yes, everyone, this is the end of my video. If you liked it, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up and sharing. Subscribe if you aren't already. Join this little cookie family because we're pretty awesome here. Be part of the HauzPlant community. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. I will see you on the next one. Let me know, do you have a Pachira Aquatica, or do you plan on getting one? What are some care tips that you do for yours that I did not mention that I could probably do for mine? And I will see you on the next one. Let's get growing. Bye. And bye-bye from my Pachira.